What's going on, you guys? It is Derek from mancaveretreat.com, and today we have kind of a cool topic I'm going to be talking about. Um, uh, it seems like you're always seeing like pictures and stuff of kind of typical man caves. They're just, rustic looking, all kinds of exposed wood, and it's cool, but it's not for everybody. There are a lot more options out there. So this video is going to be talking about some of the different themes I've found, what you could expect to find in them, and why you might want to consider having them. Um, so, if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Derek from mancaveretreat.com. Um, these videos are connected to a full article. I will have that link in the description. If you have any suggestions or you like what you see, let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show me some love there. All right, let's get right into it. So the first theme I have to talk about is probably the one you are most familiar with, and that is the sports bar or sportsman cave. This is going to be one of those things that's going to have a lot of exposed wood. You're probably going to have a bar in there. The focus in here is going to be on the decorations you decide to put on the walls, and like leathers and things like that. You might have a pool table, a bar-sized pool table in there. Not you probably know what's going in this one. This one is a pretty common choice. This is for you if you enjoy sports, if you enjoy having people over, you enjoy entertaining. This type of man cave really goes well with having a bunch of people over, just having a good time, and relaxing. The next type of man cave that you should consider think about is a home theater man cave. I have already I've made a video on what that looks like in depth, so I will link that in the description. Basically, what a home theater man cave is, it's a place where you can go and just, you have done absolutely everything you can to make the viewing experience as awesome as possible. So I'm talking sound system, massive screen, comfortable seating, and then you can probably also expect to not see a lot of stuff on the walls because you don't want to take away from the screen and make people feel crowded. This is a really cool idea, and if you enjoy movies or you and your friends enjoy movies, things like that, it's an awesome thing, especially with how expensive movies are getting now. I mean, if you just kind of bite the bullet and you have a group of friends that always likes to go to the movies or whatever, or enjoys that type of stuff, bite the bullet, make this, and heck, charge them $5, $5 a head to come see a movie, pre-order a fight, whatever. It's kind of it's an awesome way to go. If you are building this, you can expect most of your budget to go to a screen and a sound system, because those are two of the most important things. But other than that, it's a pretty solid choice. A lot of people go with it, and if a lot of people go with it, there has to be a reason for that, right? So the next theme is probably it's not as common, you don't see it as often, and that is kind of a music lounge man cave. You are going to be doing this type of man cave if music is important to you. That could be music, listening to music, that could be, playing music. It's different for everybody. If music is important to you, you could consider making this type of man cave. Because it's not as popular, you can do whatever the heck you want with it, right? I will say one of the most important parts of this is to focus kind of on the acoustic qualities of the room. Try to limit the echoing, things like that going on. A few tricks for that are, space rugs, have carpet in there, or have acoustic foam up. But if you are interested in more in depth of how to plan a music lounge man cave, I also have a video on that, which I will put in the cards as well. But yeah, so with this, when you start decorating, you're probably going to be putting your favorite bands or artists on the walls. Maybe it'll be with a signed vinyl. The sky's the limit with this, because it is not as done. No one really knows what to expect. You can make your own little stage with a little jam area. That'd be awesome. Another thing you're probably going to focus on is you're probably going to want to get a good sound system for listening to music in this. If music's important to you, I imagine that you are probably going to want a good way to listen to music. Also, if you play an instrument, display it on the wall, because that adds a lot to the room that is important to you. The next theme we have is one I kind of made up, but stick with me, right? So when we're looking in design, there are all kinds of different type of interior designs. One is contemporary design. So the next theme I have for you is a luxurious contemporary kind of loft. And what that's going to look like, it's going to look a little bit more high class. It's going to look cleaner. Not going to be as many decorations on the walls. Contemporary design kind of has its own flair. Again, I have talked about that. But kind of the basics are not as many decorations. The focus is on the room itself. You're using natural colors for the walls. You're kind of using muted grays and things like that. And then with couches and other furniture, then you can use kind of the textile stuff with bright colors. I like to think of this as the Harvey Specter's apartment, that high class kind of modern feel. It could be a great way to go, and it'll set you apart because I can't think of too many contemporary kind of man caves out there. So look into it, see what you think. Another theme I have for you, this one is also a more popular one, that's kind of a rustic cabin. This one you can kind of expect to see a lot of raw woods, metal, exposed metal. I think log cabin, that's what you're going to see, right? To me, this is one of my favorite looking. I tried to include a lot of these kind of themes these kind of elements into my man cave because that's what I enjoy. That's what I like the look of. I also fish, things like that. If I ever caught a big fish, I don't. I suck at fishing. I would absolutely display that on the wall, right? Like if I had a cast taken of it, or if I had it mounted, I would display that on the wall in this type of man cave. Or if I hunted, I would display maybe a rack for my biggest deer. It's a good opportunity for it. Other than that, it's kind of what it sounds like. Your focus is going to be on the colors, on the natural woods, and really, other than that, whatever the heck you want. You're probably not going to have a lot of like high tech stuff, although you could. That could be kind of a cool way to incorporate all together. Yeah. The next theme I have for you is an industrial garage. So this one's an interesting one, right? Because the idea of industrial design is kind of showing the things that you would normally hide. So things like bare metal vents, metal doors, things like that. And in a garage, those things are kind of already exposed. So it just kind of makes sense. Honestly, the reason why you would want to make an industrial garage man cave is because it's easier and cheaper. When people are designing industrial stuff, they're spending a lot of money to get those industrial elements in their room. So if you do it in a man cave, you already have them. And instead, flooring is important for a lot of these things, but for an industrial garage, you could just paint the cement of your garage and then seal it with polyurethane, and it'll be good to go. I will say if you're in a colder climate, this probably isn't going to be the best way to go, but it is an option for you, right? And then the last option I have is one that is near and dear to my heart, the Super Nerd Man Cave. There's kind of this running joke in nerd communities, right, that adult nerds are just playing in their basement, playing games in their basement. You don't need to. With a Super Nerd Man Cave, you can, if you have a play group like say Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering, whatever your vice is, right? If you have a group of friends, make a man cave, make a room, and just add tables. You're gonna want tables, comfortable chairs, music, probably decorations from your favorite game, but make a space that is super comfortable, because a lot of times when we think of nerds playing in the basement, it's really uncomfortable, kind of dingy, but we're adults now, right? So there's no shame in loving these types of games, which I do. um, Jazz it up, take it to the next level, um, make it more mature. Long gone are the days of being in the college dorm and playing all day. Um, these are the kind of way to take it to the next level and make it a room that you're proud to have your kids or your family come in. It's just a comfortable room with all kinds of cool stuff in it, and really that's the idea with a lot of this stuff. A man cave is supposed to be a place you're proud of. So whatever theme in this list was relevant to you, build it, because it's important. It's important to you, and it's something you can be proud of. And at the end of the day, that's the most important part. So let me know what you guys think. Is there a type of theme that you enjoy the most? What do you think of my list? Did I miss any? I want to hear. Let me know in the comments. Again, if you like this content, like, subscribe. It helps me out. I'll be hanging out in the comments, answering any questions you have. Again, I've been Derek from mancaveretreat.com. Until next time.